Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is BBSP. Um, I wanted to check out the game last night between the Philadelphia 76ers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and shit. As you all know, that was the debut and shit of James Harden, his first game as a 76er, and I gotta say, man, they look pretty good, man. They look like this thing might work. I know it's only one game and shit, right? I don't jump to conclusions after one game and all that shit. But yeah, I say they look pretty formidable so far. Like him and Embiid are meshing pretty well and shit. You know what I mean? And even Embiid said he hasn't had this many open looks in his career. James Harden had 27 points to go along with 12 assists. 12 assists. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid and shit had 34 points and still was dominating from start to finish, man. You know what I mean? It's like with me, I like to, you know, that combination, that combo of Embiid and Harden is going to be, that's going to do some damage in the Eastern Conference, man. Straight up. I mean, now you got to look at the 76ers as a serious contender, you know, with the whole, Ben Simmons saga behind him and everything, you know what I mean? And everything was under a dark cloud in that particular situation and shit, right? But for me, but for me, I think this put the 76ers in the conversation to come out the East, If they can keep playing like this, I can definitely see 76ers being a formidable and being a tough out. Even with a team like the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. You know what I mean? The Bulls, I think they may be a year or two away. You know, same with the Cavs, Cleveland Cavs with their young talent. Uh Nets, we gotta wait and see how that situation goes. You know what I mean? I think they too much of a deep of a hole, you know what I mean, to even make an impact in these playoffs, man. You're asking a team that's like barely above 500, right? Asking a team barely above 500 to win four series on the road to win a championship. And no team has ever come close to doing that shit. I mean, the 1999 Knicks came close, though I think that was more so due to injuries and the way the Eastern Conference was kind of watered down after that. Especially after the Chicago Bulls broke up their dynasty rather, and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. James Harden balled out last night, man. James Harden balled out last night. Him and Embiid look like they're gonna be a tough out for any team in the Eastern Conference. Any team that's trying to win the championship this year. And you got clowns out here that was so sure that James Harden was the problem in Brooklyn, right? But yet, I see, I see the total opposite. James Harden to me, yeah, you could say he's so fucking quit in that situation, but why would I want to be in a situation where nobody on that team is really committed to winning? And plus, you got KD, who's I don't know when he's coming back. That injury might be a little bit more serious with you know that might be a little bit more serious than what people are expecting, because we don't know. We didn't get no updates. We didn't get no you know nothing on Kevin Durant. But you look at that team, man. That team. that whole Kyrie situation. Yeah, they're gonna lift that mandate here in the next couple weeks. You know, they might and shit, but the damage is already done. You know, Kyrie been a distraction on that team ever since he got there. But yet, you got clowns out here that want to give this dude a pass. Like I said, end of the day, away from basketball, right? Away from the sport of basketball and shit, right? Uh, Kyrie's decision, I back it up 100%. But like I said again, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door and shit. You understand what I mean? And all this bullshit right here, right? This just goes to show that maybe it was Brooklyn Nets environment itself is the reason why James Harden wanted to get the hell up out of there. You got Kyrie that's running the locker room and shit. You know what I mean? You got a lame duck coach of Steve Nash, and you don't know who's gonna be there from jump. And you got KD that's hurt right now. So what the hell am I supposed to do in this situation? You know? I mean, nobody's on the same page as far as winning and shit. So why the fuck do I have to sit here and be the scapegoat? You know? But like I said, I think short term, the 76ers won this trade. Because I don't see no way, shape, or form the Brooklyn Nets with this current situation, even if Kyrie comes back, that they're going to somehow compete for a championship. And then you got to worry about is Kyrie going to get hurt and shit, right? So, yeah, I just find it funny that the same punk ass going on to get along gang on YouTube is trying to spin this shit like James Harden was the problem with the Brooklyn Nets. And that's the part that kills me, man. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised by what these clowns do. You know, they going on to get along, gang. You know what I mean? And they, you know, thing is, they as long as they white enablers co-sign everything, and they cool with that. You know, but y'all know who I'm talking about with these usual suspects, these clowns out here. And speaking of which, I got a bone to pick. I got a motherfucking bone to pick with a couple of platforms on here. You know what I mean? Trying to spread lies and trying to spread manipulation once again, just like these usual suspects. You know, Dreamers Pro and BTM, aka Basketball Time Machine. You know, you got these dudes out here that's copping pleas and making up shit just to fit their narrative and shit, just to fit their agenda. But I'm gonna call that shit out in my next video and shit. I just want to give shout out to James Harden. Maybe now this could be the situation where you could actually compete for a championship. I didn't agree with how you went about it in Houston, showing up to camp out of shape, showing up to games half-assing it, you know. But the situation in Brooklyn is totally different than the situation it was in Houston. You can say he was half-assing in Houston, but that whole situation with the Brooklyn Nets, that's a shitstorm right there. People don't want to, give them the same energy as the Lakers. It's because they don't have a history of winning and they don't have LeBron James on their team, you know? Yeah, they may have Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant isn't as polarizing as LeBron James, you know? Any other superstar get a pass if it was any other superstar in LA, as you can see with the Brooklyn Nets. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole totally different subject for another day and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. I want to give James Harden his props. like I said, hopefully now this could be in a situation you got another elite player by your side. Hopefully now you're in a situation where they're committed to winning. They're on the same page. They got the same goal and shit. But like and subscribe, and I'm gonna hit you up in the next flick.